What's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here, GuitarJams.com. Do you ever notice my finger goes up like that? Hey! 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 Anyway, a lot of requests for this song starting about 4 years ago. And it's one of those ones that slipped through the cracks. So here it is. I'm going to break down all the parts. You could play it on acoustic the exact same way. I know there's like a famous kind of unplugged thing going on with it as well. So it's going to, same chords, work the same way. Also, if you want to get deeper into learning guitar, you can click the link down there and check out the stuff I have to offer. Free chord and scale book, other videos that are not on YouTube, a bunch of other cool stuff that will really help you learn, and I really appreciate it. I really do. But anyway, let's zoom in, and I'm going to break this down for you right now. Here we go. All right, let's start with that intro. We're going to play, this is how I finger it. Ring finger on the 3rd fret of the high E and middle finger on the 3rd fret of the B. And then we're going to be focused on the G, B, and high E strings right here. And this just comes straight from that, but we're just going to play the top part of it. So we do that. Then middle finger is going to be on the same fret but scoot up to the G string. Index finger is going to go to the 2nd of the B. So watch. Just like that. And it looks like, a D7 maybe you've learned, but up a half step. Okay. Next move is easy in some ways and hard in some ways in the fact that this just keeps the same shape, but they both scoop back a half step, which can kind of be a weird little shape if you're a beginner. So you got, and then these scoot down. So that would be ring finger still on the 3rd fret of the high E, index is on the 1st of the B, middle finger's on the 2nd of the G. The next one's real easy. You just take those 2 off. So that's just staying. Yeah, that one's easy. That's a great first chord. Okay, so we got. So then we have to go 0, 1, 2 on that B string. 0, 1, 2. And I'm going index middle. But that's still there. You can get the open G in there too. Reminds me of a country thing, but sorry, thought it was funny. Okay, so one more time, real slow. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the verse, and you could play this pretty much the same way on acoustic guitar as well, including that intro. So we got a G major chord, however you know a G major. So we're going G, da, 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 da. And when you play that D chord, it's going to sound good and nice if you can get your thumb over on the 2nd fret of that low E right there with the D. Even if it's the very tip, if you can get, then it's got a nice bass movement with that G chord. G, G, D, D, F, and you can play F power chord or a full F major to a C chord. So you got G, 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 D over F sharp, F, C, then that weird chord that everyone has a hard time with. So then you quit learning the song. but that's not what's going to happen today. Check it out. G, D, F, could be a power chord if you need it, C, and then now a weird chord. I'm going to give you a few different options. I believe the way the original recording is playing it is like this, and it's a little bit of a challenging chord for people if you've never played it. 6th fret on the A string with the pinky. And we're going to call this E flat, because that note is the root, an E flat note. This is called E flat major 7, which is like an E flat major chord with an extra tone called the major 7th added to it, which gives it this more majestic sound. So it's 6, 5, and then your index finger goes on the 3 across the rest. Listen to it. Sorry. My middle finger is just kind of resting, just to kind of mute that open E string if I hit it by accident, because that's a bad note. Okay, so that's the way they're doing it. But here's the way I like it. I like it to do it like in the song Under the Bridge by the Chili Peppers. Still a major 7 chord. It's all the same notes. It's just a different voicing. So, you know, we're leaving the accuracy of that one moment in the recording studio that these guys did it, but we're still playing the right chord. It's like a bar chord. You bar the 6th fret where that E flat is, and then you play this little like triangle shape here. Same chord. Listen. So you can hear some of the same notes are in a higher register in the other voicing, but otherwise it's the same thing. So check it out. G, D, F, C, new chord. Goes again. Watch, I'm going to do the other voicing. Okay, so that one's pretty good. Much easier, I think, to play because it's kind of, boom, it's like a bar chord. One other option is this. First finger on the 1st fret of the D string right here. That's the E flat as well. Listen. Same note. And then ring finger on the 3rd fret on the G, B, and high E. Same chord. Listen. Weird, right? Okay, so we're going to do everything from the top now. Ka. So that's the next obvious section, which I call that the Dear Prudence, Sweet Home Alabama zone. And it's basically when you take a D chord and then you go down bass notes while you kind of hold the remnants of the D chord. So you can think of it this way. It's like a D chord, but our middle finger is going to come off because we have to go like this. The open D string with it. 3rd fret on the A string with it. Then, now, oh boy, I'm taking my index off and going to the 2nd fret of the A string. And then back. And then I just try and get my index finger back to that shape as best I can. So, I'm doing little strummies in between. And that's a very technical, correct word, strummies. Lots of little plucky strummies in between. And I'm not really, didn't really tab out the exact pattern or anything. It's more just listening and then feeling it, and sounds pretty close to me. But I'm sure the Wyland might disagree, but you never know. Da, 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 da. Okay, check it out. That E flat major 7 chord. I'm doing it this way. Now to F. You can just do a power chord or the full chord. Okay, kind of goes through all that same stuff again, and then there's one other section, and it's kind of switch into the bar chord zone. Really no new chords, but just kind of a different way. So. So it is G, F, C, and you could have the low E ring out in that. Watch. Because you got the... Then we're going to go E flat, which is that 6th fret, down to a D, and you can just play a D power chord. You can do them all as power chords. All right, hope you got something from that. It's a classic from my high school years, actually. So you can check that link down there for more guitar stuff, like I said before. And thanks for hanging out, and hopefully we'll see you again real soon. Take care.